don't mind, I would like my husband also, or Ben Uncle, to come in front and share the satsang with me. First of all, while Ben is coming, happy and a very colorful Holi to Guruji Sangha. And Shukrana Guruji for making me a part, making Ben and our family a part of this loving, beautiful Sangha. So before I just share my journey so far, what it's been, I'm just going to say, kind of two incidents that happened today. People, those who know me, my friends and my family, Ben knows it, I'm very fond of Holi, one of my favorite festivals. But last, for so many years, one reason or the other, I have not been able to play Holi. So when Aunty said that, there's Holi happening, and I'm like, oh my God, I said, then this is the reason I was not able to play Holi for the last few years, because I had to play Holi with Guruji. And all right, so that's when, then I told Preeti Aunty too. I said, Preeti Aunty, typically we come on Sundays because that kind of suits Ben and I. So then I said, Preeti Aunty and I work together. She's my beautiful sister-in-law. In the same journey with Guruji. We've been doing this journey together, so she's a very important part of this journey with me. So I said, Preeti, are we going to Thursday? She goes, Rani, I was thinking not. I said, no, Preeti, we have to go and let's go play Holi with Guruji. And I come here, and then Aunty goes, she comes to me, she goes, you're going to do the satsang. And I'm telling you, Guruji, I'm not sure. This is really, really your blessing that my voice is, I maintain my voice and everything. I'm not fond of public speaking at all. So when Aunty came, and I'm like, oh no. And then when we were coming in the car, I told Ben, I said, Ben, I have a feeling I'm going to be picked up today for satsang. I said, my stomach is churning, something is happening. And I said, Ben, I won't be able to do it. Oh my God, I don't want to go just because of that. And then he tells me, you know what, don't be afraid. If you get picked up, he's gonna make you talk. It is not in your control what you're gonna say and everything. And something related to that incident I wanna tell you is, I have a great job for one reason or the other. Guruji knows all the reasons. I'm looking for a new job, and today I had my screening. So I did a screening and everything, it went very well. And then one of the things they said that, a part of this job requirement is going to be, you're going to be doing a lot of bid defenses, you're going to have to speak a lot, and public speaking. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? So I'm like, all right, so they did the screening, went very well. I have, next week they want to come, for the follow-up interview and everything. And I told Ben, I'm like, Ben, I don't think so I'm going to do this job. I don't care, whatever dollar sign, I don't want to go through this thing. And I can't believe when I told Aunty, he's like, this is your first public speaking for you. This is what it is. And I am telling you, I am so standing here. And again, Shukrana Guruji, nothing passes you, okay? I'm telling you, he is like my best friend. I say all the time, I think now these days more than to Ben, I say, I love you, Guruji. I'm just saying it. It's like I talk to him every single time. And my journey with Guruji, it's been very kind of new in the sense that the connection is very new. But 2 years ago, I had a chance with my another very dear friend, Aunty, she's not here. So she took me, she was in connection with Guruji, and she said, Rani, and I have been Shiv Bhakt all my life. I did Sola Solar before marriage, even now I do at least, once or twice a year, I definitely do my Sola Solars. So she said, Rani, you're Shiv Bhagat, I have found this Guruji, he's supposed to be, Shivji ka avatar and all that, you need to come with me. I said, okay, so this was in Edison 2 years ago, I would say easily. I went there, I'm telling you, I walked into that place. I have been to, please, God forgive me, not saying anything bad about any other temples, but I've been to so many temples. But the minute I walked into that Edison, this Guruji's aura, there was some peace and something just took over me, and I was like, oh my God. I sat down there. I don't know why, the tears were coming down my eyes, tears rolling down. I'm not sure what had taken over me. It was very peaceful. I went there once more, but somehow I don't think so. My journey was supposed to start at that time. 2 years passed by, and then Preeti Aunty and I talking. She's talking about her friend and her journey with, she knew Guruji when Guruji was in physical form too. So, we're talking and we're saying that we need to go to Guruji's. We came to know there's some Somerset open. And out of the blue, we go to this, somebody's a common friend, Seema Aunty and Amit Uncle, beautiful couple. And we're just talking, and all of a sudden we started talking about, Seema's Aunty said about Guruji and all that and everything. And I'm like, okay, this is it. Then I said, Preeti, we are going. We came here, first time we got to do the jyot and everything. Since then, it's like I look forward to Sundays, look forward to Thursdays whenever I come. And I also look forward to the satsangs because I get so many answers in my satsang there. And, don't want to take too much time. Few short satsangs I would share. So my dad in the last couple months was diagnosed with, just out of blue, he was totally fine, he's 90 plus, God bless him. He got diagnosed with stomach cancer, stage 4, has been spread to his liver too. And it's been very, disturbing news since then, and it's been kind of journey for me. And it's rough anytime you hear something like that because you want your parents to live forever. So one day when I came to know, I think I was sitting there on this side, first time after, I heard my news, my first visit to this temple. I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, Guruji, I need to know that you're here with my journey for my dad and everything, and he's gonna be all right. I said, I have never asked you for anything, nothing. I sat down there with my hands open like this, I said, okay, आज तो चमत्कार कर दो, वो जो वहाँ पे गुलाब का फूल है, मेरे उठा के मेरी इस हथेली में डाल दो. And then, I'm sitting there and saying that, and all of a sudden, my eyes are closed. I smell for the first time, like Aunty says, it's fragrance and fragrance. All of a sudden, I smell roses all around me, and I'm like, is it true? And I'm like taking my thing, is it my perfume? No, it's not there, because that's the smell of the sanitization lotion over there that I had applied. Then I'm like, eyes closed, and I move forward. Is this coming from some auntie that's sitting in front? Absolutely not. So since then, I knew that Guruji is going to take care of my dad, and he has been. So whatever the journey is going to be for my dad, I know Guruji is going to be there. And what it has taught me, and something that I would like to share, is maybe it's Guruji's way of showing us whatever time I have left with my dad, and we're going back in next week. And I tell my siblings and everything, I say this is the time Guruji has given to celebrate his life with him while he's alive. So we try to do things with him, for him, and be around him. And second time or third time when I was there with my dad, so he's been on my mind, and and my dad was going to Delhi for his follow-up appointment for his to Cancer Institute, and he was going to be there in Mahashivratri day. So I was sitting there in front, and I'm looking at, I love this Guruji temple, and I hope that there's Guruji's bulavas. I'll be able to see it when I'm in Delhi in 2 weeks. So I was sitting there, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. My dad's going to be there. And then I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, oh my God, why is it that, okay, the steps are so beautiful, but it's so dark over there. I wonder what's behind that. I can't wait to see that. I thought of that thought, and then I'm thinking, my dad's going to be there. At that time, my dad was planning to go there if, his health permit. And then I'm like, okay, Guruji, as my dad is stepping each and every, step this thing, I want something to take over. I want him to get the energy. And the minute he steps foot into that door, into your mandir and stuff like that, I just want him to heal. I just want him to feel your presence and everything. And my dad is not into, religious kind. He just believes karam and dharam, and that's all his thing is. So I said, and then my brother was going. I said, oh my God, my mom is very religious. I said, oh my God, my mom is not going to be there. Well, I hope maybe next time dad will bring mom. So I'm just thinking all these things and sitting there. And then that day, Aunty gets up, and Aunty said, okay, I don't know, I think it was Aunty or someone, she's going to do her satsang. I want to share something with you. And then she shared a story about, the Mali, the original Mali. And then before she shared that story, she said, okay, let me tell you about this mandir. What's behind that? You step into that door, and there is a shivling on the right-hand side, and there is this thing. And I'm like, oh my God, Guruji, I love you, Guruji. And then there was satsang. That same very day, the auntie who did the satsang, she started sharing the journey that, for her dad, actually it was her journey. She was not feeling well, and she went back to Delhi, and she wanted to go to Mandir, and she was telling her dad, begging her dad to take me to Mandir, to the Guruji's temple. And she said, he took me around so many different temples, and one day he finally says, okay, let me take you to the temple. And she goes, my dad is not the kind who believes, and he always says that, you come here every Thursday, so he's not into Guruji's kind. So she goes, when the dad, and we go to the temple, and dad, steps in, and dad is walking around and everything, and she goes, he tells her, what is this place? Where did you bring me? Oh my God, there is something special in this place. And then she said, you know what? I need to bring your mom here with me. So I'm sitting there thinking that for my family, and somebody standing here and says that. So Guruji, I know that you're listening to me. Guruji, I know that our family and the Sangat's family and their loved ones are being blessed by you every single day. Cut story short, I have created, nobody in my family knows about Guruji, I'm the first one. I have created this WhatsApp group, Guruji's Blessing, with all my siblings and our significant others and everything. And the day my dad had to go for his cancer appointment, he was feeling nervous, and my brother calls me. I call my brother. I said, you know what? Thank you for those people, those who have this WhatsApp group with all the Shabad. I forwarded. I said, you know, my dad has his screensaver as Guruji, and now, if Guruji, you know, really wants us to be there, now when I go to, Jammu next week, we're planning a trip. 8, 9 of us as a family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sisters. Ben's not going to be there, I'll be there for Ben. And, we're all as a family are going to Guruji temple. And, Jai Guruji, again, I sit there and always say that, we can't come there if you don't invite us. So please, Guruji, keep us in your blessings and, make that happen. Again, Shukrana, Shukrana, Shukrana. And thank you. And happy Holi. Do you want to say something? All right.